Oh, what's going on, guys? It's the Fears Man. I was just checking out some photos that I took today. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're doing wonderful. I had a great day. I mean, a fantastic day. I'll be honest, though, it was kind of chill. I just hung out with my mom. I hung out with Shelton, and I took Shelton and my mom out to lunch. And then I came back here and watched a movie, and I had a little nap. And then I had to go to Walmart later on tonight because tomorrow we're celebrating my brother's wife's birthday. So I wanted to get her a nice birthday card. But pretty much besides that, it was just a chill day. Chill. Anyway, what's up? Let me tilt the camera just a little bit. There we go. There we go. What's up? Water first. Well, I shall be back. I only have, let's see, October 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I've got 4 days left. 4 days left. I come back on the 5th. So, yeah. Let me open up the chat and get things going. See how Lantern's doing. See what's up. See what's going on. I've been doing these late lives because normally I'm busy with my family and stuff, so yeah. Anyway, so today's topics are, we're going to review Missouri Day 5 review. Then I'm going to tell some Halloween stories because I haven't got to those yet, but I will. Then we're going to do some movie trailer watches. I found some movies at the convention, I took a picture of them, and I want to watch the trailers to see if they're worthy of going on the list when I get home. And then, yeah. And then, what I love about Missouri. We'll get into that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's call Lantern, see what he's doing. I'll be honest, I have not went into the Discord and LC's Discord in quite a while. I think, it's been, 2 weeks. It's been quite a while. Because I just decided not to go in there while I was on vacation. But yeah. Let me call Lantern. He may be asleep. Lantern. Oh, wow. I think Lantern's asleep. I think he is. Alright. Now, I may not be able to do a stream tomorrow because it's Lantern's Day tomorrow, and I may be busy today. I may just listen to the show while I'm editing videos. So, yeah. Anyway. There we go. Well, I'm going to start the show. I tried to call... I don't want to keep calling Lantern, and, if he's asleep, he's asleep. So, yeah. So, give me 1 second here. Okay. Alright, let me open up the chat here. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I'll be honest, it's been very chill, very mellow. Anyway, notice almost every day I've been putting a different color, Missouri thumbnail up. The only one I didn't do was the day I went to the Toy Man Toy Show and I put up a Toy Man Toy Show logo. So yeah. As soon as we get back, though, back to normal shows in Florida, now that it is October, it's October 1st, as soon as I get back, I'm going to start the horror movie watches. So I'll miss a couple of days since I'm on vacation. unless I watch some on YouTube and then review them. I could do that, so I don't miss too many days. So I'll try to watch one tonight and review it. Again, hopefully I can do a show tomorrow. If not, then I'll just take Thursday and Friday off and just watch the shows while I edit, because I could be busy. Plus, um, due to the different time zones, I don't want to intrude on Lantern's time. So yeah. But Saturday is the day before I go back to Florida. So yeah. All right, let's open up the chat. Here we go. All right, here we are. We got 8 people watching. What's up? Yo, what's up, Mama Bear? She's the first one to talk. She's like, everyone's asleep here. Really? Okay. All right. And then she says, hi, Jeff. Well, hello, Tina. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. We got 9 people watching. Maybe Lantern. Let me. I'm gonna try Lantern one more time. I'll try Lantern one more time. I'm gonna call him on my phone. One more time. Maybe he already shared the link. All right, here we go. Let's see here. No, I think he's asleep. Okay, cool. All right, well, back to the show. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, first of all, yo, what's up, Tina? What's up, Visions? He says, what's up, dude? What's up, buddy? What's up, man? What's up? I don't know how many more times I can say what's up with different hand signals. Tina says, well, hello, Visions. Visions, Tina, Lantern is MIA. I tried to call him twice now. I don't know where the hell he is. Anyway, I had a really good day. So let's start with the Missouri Day 5 review. It was chill. So already it's chill. It was good. I hung out with my mom and my nephew Shelton all day until Shelton's mother picked him up. See ya. Hey, Tina, guess what? Joey is not blocked because Joey is right there in the chat. So there you are. So I told you, Tina. See, Joey's not blocked. Let me see if I can get Lantern on the other part. I could be able to. No. Tina, you don't have to wake him up. You don't have to wake him up. Let him sleep. Let him sleep. You know. Already tried Lantern twice. You don't want to keep bugging him. So that's all right, Tina. I appreciate it, though. What's up, Joey? Good to see you. Joey, I hope you and your lady are doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. Anyway, so back to my day. So I woke up. Let's see, what did we have for breakfast? We had, oh crap, it's been such a long day. What did we eat? Oh, I had some cereal. I had some cereal and some orange juice. My mom made, she just had some tea. And my mom has authentic British tea. So I also had some tea. So yeah. And then because my brother's, because my brother works and his wife works, they drop Shelton off and my mom babysits. So I woke up at around 9, and my brother's wife has to be at work by 7. So my mom had to be up by 6:30, 6:45 to, and she was having her breakfast while they dropped off Shelton. So yeah. So my mom kind of hung out with them, and then I woke up at 9, and I had breakfast, and I kind of chilled with them in the front room, and we just kind of talked and kind of hung out. And then my mom said her car was dirty, so I went and got it washed, and then I came back, and then we hung out some more, and then around lunchtime, which was like 12:45, 1 o'clock, I took my mom to lunch, so I paid for it. So yeah, so I paid for my mom's lunch. Shelton came with us, but he already ate because he can't eat solid food right now, so he's just on formula. So my mom fed him some formula, but we all went to the St. Louis Bread Company. Yo, what's up, Banjo? Good to see you. He says hello, John. Mama Bear says, well, hello, Joey. Hi, Banjos. Apologies again for this weekend. Hope you're having a good time on the vacation. The apology is accepted, Banjo, and the apology is most appreciative. So I appreciate that. So hopefully we'll never have another stream like that again. So I don't mind you using a picture of my face, but please no massive 10-inch black dildos going into my mouth because that's just gross. That's disgusting. And I don't want to be the butt of the joke every single time. And it was quite disgusting. And I don't want any more drama from anyone. So yeah, so I took my mom out to lunch. It's the least I could do because my mom lets me borrow her car while I'm in town, and I always thank her for all her hospitality for letting me stay here. It's been a good time so far. Good time hanging out with the family, hanging out with friends. I'll be honest, I haven't filmed much, you know? Like, this trip was more about just hanging out with the family. I mean, I kind of filmed the highlights here and there, but, like, I'll give you an example. Last night, I was just, like, I barely. So whenever you guys watch the, the bowling alley segment, there's, like, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 shots, if that. Because I was just sitting there, I had the camera just chilling. We were just all talking and having a good time. And then Mike noticed. He's like, Fears. He's like, usually you're, filming. I said, I'm just kind of having fun. I'm just enjoying everybody's, company. And I'm enjoying everyone's conversation. So I said, and he's like, well, he's like, you should film something. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, that's true. I should film something. So I filmed a little something. And then Mike gave me some footage. He was kind enough to give me some footage that he shot. So some of the shots will be from Mike's camera angle. So yeah. John Larry wants to know if you would unblock him. Soon, Tina. Very, very, very soon. I'm still waiting for his apology, but very, very soon. Because if he doesn't, then I'll just be the bigger man and just unblock him. Because I'm sick to death of fighting with him. He's kind of stubborn, more stubborn than me, but he's stubborn. But I would like an apology from him because he put me through pure hell, and that's kind of psychotic, especially for a 53-year-old man. It's very weird, like kind of like in a demented way. Anyway, but I hope he apologizes. But if he doesn't, then I'll just be the bigger guy and unblock him. Anyway, back to my day. So let's see. Got up, had some cereal. My mom had just some tea because my brother and his wife work. They dropped Shelton off like at around 7. My mom got up at like 6:30, 6:45. Oh, Mr. Lantern. Mr. Lantern. Lantern? Lantern?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
What's up, yo? How you doing, yo? What's going on, yo? I know. I'm already live, man. I called you twice. You were napping.
Is it over?
No, it's not over. It's just started. I've been going 13 minutes. So, Lantern... No. You haven't missed it. You just missed a little bit of it. But it's still going on. So, Lantern, get to the chat ASAP immediately. Lantern. Damn! Pew! Hey, Lantern, guess what? Last night, I farted. I know. It was a stinky one. It's crazy. Lantern, tomorrow, you got to hold down the fort, all right? Because I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow because I'm going to be pretty busy with my family. So maybe I may be able to stream tomorrow, but if I do stream, I won't cut into your stream time. But if I don't, then I'll probably just listen to the show. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you in the chat, buddy.
Okay.
All right, bye. Shunk. Anyway, let's see. Get back to the day. So once they dropped Shelton off, I woke up at 9, and then I had some breakfast. And like I said, my mom mentioned that her car was getting a little dirty. I said, I'll go take it. I said, well, you're hanging out with Shelton. I said, I'll go take it and get it washed. I got it washed, came back, and then we just got, my mom made me some tea, and we just kind of chatted from like 11 all the way to like 1. And then my mom said, hey, are you hungry? I said, I am getting kind of hungry. And then I said, you want to go to lunch, Mom? And she said, sure. So we took Shelton and my mom and me. And my mom loves the St. Louis Bread Company, so I paid for lunch. Yo, there he is. There's Lantern. What's up, Lantern? And then we must have chatted for at least an hour at lunch. I had a BLT and I had oh, I'm sorry, a chicken BLT because they didn't just have a straight just BLT. So I had a chicken BLT and it's very healthy. So chicken BLT, I had an apple, and then I had a garden salad, and then I had some lemonade. And my mom got some bread and some soup, and she got herself a salad. And then Shelton can't eat solid foods right now, so my mom fed him some formula that his mother brought, and we had a good time. I paid because I was like, "Hey, mom, thanks a lot for letting me stay here and let me use your car and stuff." Plus, I just wanted to take my mom to lunch anyway because I love my mom. And then we got home, and then pretty much I chilled pretty much all day until my brother and his wife picked up Shelton, and I said, "All right, I'll see you later, buddy." I said, "I'll see you tomorrow," and then I found out that it's my brother's wife's birthday tomorrow, so we're all gonna do like dinner and like a little birthday party. So I said, "Well, mom," I said, "I didn't bring a gift," so I said, I got to go up and get her at least a car, and so I'll probably just get her a car and put like $50 in it or something. I'll put her some money in there, and then I also got to read Shelton the storybook that I got him. So seemed like he enjoyed it. He was giggling, definitely giggling. So far so good. It's being an uncle is kick ass. He's a little young for Ghostbusters, but I made a deal with his mom and his dad. I said, as soon as he turns like 5 or 6, Ghostbusters isn't that scary at 5 or 6. I saw it, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I saw it 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. So my brother's like, yeah, as soon as he turns 5 or 6, John, you can show him Ghostbusters. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, that's happening. So before I die, I will show Shelton like these 5 movies. I will show him Goonies. Well, in this order, I will show him Ghostbusters, Goonies, Escape from New York. Oh, hang on. Good night, Mom. You going to bed? Hang on, real quick. Okay. All right, sorry about that. I was just telling my mom good night. She was like, "Good night, John." I was like, "Later, Mom. Have a good sleep." Let's see, where was I? Got home from lunch, and then they picked up Shelton. Oh yeah, so the movies I'm gonna show Shelton. That's right. So, and then after they left, I pretty much chilled all day, and then until around 8 o'clock, I got hungry, and my mom had already eaten. I took a nap, so I said, "I'm just gonna go to Chili's and get something to eat." So I vlogged a little there, and I had a I had a oh Lord, what did I have? I'm getting old. Classic fears memory. Oh, here we. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a nice little salad, and then I had. There's the menu because I'm gonna do a Google review on them. I'll give them a pretty good Google review. And then I had a steak. I had a steak and some French fries. As you can see, no ketchup. I just ate it plain because I cannot stand steak sauce. And then I went and eat, and then got my brother's wife a birthday card. So the movies that I'm going to show him when he gets older, I'm going to show him in this order: um, Ghostbusters, Goonies, Escape from New York. Let's see, what's another good one? Back to the Future, and of course Indiana Jones. Those five are like pretty essential. Pretty essential. Let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then we'll continue on. Let's see here. I appreciate you asking, Tina, because I really would like an apology from him. Let's see. Landon says howdy to everybody. He says, howdy, Tina, Banjo, Visions. He goes, all right now, Visions. That's right, y'all. Howdy, Joey. Lantern, call John. He's been trying to get you twice. We just talked. That's right. We already did call him. That's right. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. But I appreciate you saying, Banjo, that's very nice. He says, hope you've been having a good time. I have been having a fantastic time. So I've been getting lots of hangout time with my family, lots of hangout time with Shelton, my brother. I've only hung out with Eric once, but it was like an epic hangout. I may drive over to his house like Friday night just to like say goodbye, because he works a lot. So the only time he can hang out is on like Friday and Saturday, and then he goes in Sunday afternoon. He works Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah. So I had to work around everybody's schedule, but I'm like, I understand. I'm like, the only reason why Sega didn't have to work around my schedule, I knew way in advance, and I said, "Oh fuck it," I said, "I'll just take off some days." So yeah, so I would rate day 5. I'm gonna give it a solid 10 because I got to hang out with my mom, take her out to lunch, and yeah, and then right before this, I was doing some editing. So I'm gonna edit this entire trip vlog when I get home so I can concentrate. I've been editing other past vlogs, and I've almost got a past vlog, one that you guys have been waiting on. It's almost done. If I finish it, I'm just going to save it on my hard drive and then just upload it when I get back to Florida. Or I guess I could upload it. I don't know, Friday night, Saturday. We'll see if I get it done. If I get it done. Anyway, well, big shout out to the 12 people watching. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. And I'm so glad everyone's getting along for once. Oh, please, God, no more drama this year. No more drama ever. Please. That's why I said a few days ago, I'm staying out of this whole Carrie, Tina, nude thing. Now it's Carrie's fault, and the police are involved, and all this other bullshit. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't even know who made it, I have no idea who the hell made it. Whoever it was a total dick, because it's so immature. Ooh, a nude of Tina. Tina, I'm so sorry that they give you so much crap. And Tina is the sweetest lady. I just don't get it. But from now on, I have no opinion. I have no opinion because I just want to be neutral on everything. So if somebody asks my opinion, I'm like, I have no opinion because I want to stay out of the drama. I just focus on my fans, focus on my content, focus on my life. Less stress. Less stress. Anyway, I hope everyone, while I've been gone, I hope everyone's week has been fantastic. Okay, let's see. Well, since I didn't get to them yesterday, I've got a couple of Halloween stories, and they're quite appropriate because I've got some Halloween stories from Florida, but I'll save those from when I'm in Florida. I've got some Halloween stories that happened when I was in Missouri. They're not recent, they're all in the past. So one of the most funniest ones is there's this huge fucking I think it's like it's some type of abandoned factory that the Darkness. That's the name of the company and the name of the haunted house. You guys can look it up. It's STL. I think it's like stldarkness.com or thedarkness.com. It's a Missouri based haunted house. I've been through it half a dozen times. Every year they change up. They always keep the same title, The Darkness, but they always switch up the theme. And it was me, Trent, Eric, and Tommy, and we're standing in line. And back in the day, because sometimes I could take a joke and sometimes I couldn't take a joke, everybody got riffed on, but they riffed on me a lot. So we're just standing there, and sometimes Eric's definitely matured a lot in his older age, but back in the day he was so damn immature. I mean, well, we all were, but Eric was really immature back then. So I guess he did this out of boredom. So we're just standing there. We're all shooting the shit. We're just talking to people in the line because the line was massacred and we were waiting to get into the darkness. And so if you look it up, here's the darkness, and it's on not the side of the highway. The highway is like, let's say the wall is the highway. Well, there's a guardrail here. So there's a big, so you go up like this. There's a big hill. There's a guardrail, and then there's the highway above the guardrail. And then we're way over here, like where my cell phone is. Like my phone over here is the darkness. So it's located near the highway. So we're just standing there, and all of a sudden, out of boredom, I don't know how it came up. We started daring each other to do stupid stuff in the in the line, and it started off mellow, and then it got to extreme stuff like, uh, uh, so I dared Trent. Um, there's this thing that we used to do back in the day. If you asked Trent, he would still do it, and Trent made this up. He made up a lot of crazy things. It was called the snake face, where he would go up and get in someone's face like this close, and he'd be like that, and like you know how like a snake opens up to like attack someone, and he would get 2 inches from their face, and we thought that was fucking hilarious. So I dare. So he goes up to this couple, and this guy had big fucking muscles, but Trent wasn't afraid because he had big fucking muscles, and Trent's tall. And the guy's like, "Get the fuck out of my face!" And Trent goes, "What are you gonna do about it?" And and he goes, "Oh, I dare you to do something." And Trent's all like that shit, and we're just laughing. And the guy just kind of backed down. Then he walked up, and he's like, "All right, who's next?" And then he did it to another guy, and then a girl, and then he came back to us. And so then Trent dared Tom to do something. I think Tom, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. That's why they gave me shit. I was like, "Oh, this is immature. I'm just gonna stand here." So I let them all do it. But then when it got to me, that's when all hell broke loose. So Tom does something. I don't remember what they dared Tom to do. They dared Eric. Eric dared something, and then they got to me, and he goes, "Fears." He goes, "I want you to go up that hill and then just kind of sit on the guardrail near the highway and then just pull down your pants and just moon the entire line going into the dirt." I said, "No," I said, "I'm not doing that." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, you pussy." I said, "No, Eric." I said, "It has nothing to do with that." I said, "What if I moon them?" And I said, "The guy at the front door is like had enough of our crap and then he won't let us in." I said, "I'm not doing it." And then he's like, "All right, well, fuck it, Fears." And he got me really pissed off because I'm like, "Knowing my luck, I would do that." I said, "I would do that, right?" And then they wouldn't let me in the darkness. So, of course, back in the day, Eric had to fucking out top everybody. He's like, "Oh, well, fuck it. If you're not going to do it," I mean, he runs up the fucking hill and then he just goes, like that, and fucking just moons everybody. And he stands there for, oh god, I don't know, a minute or two, and then he pulls up his pants and he waddles down the freaking thing, and he's like, "See, Fears?" He's like, "They're not gonna do shit." I said, "Well," I said, "I just wasn't gonna take the chance," and I said, I don't like showing my naked body to like you know p- random people." I said that's why we called Eric the ass nude master, back in the day, because he would just do stuff for the video. And he had no problem getting naked. I said, "I'm not getting naked unless I'm with a woman." So I said, "I don't feel like," and there was like at least 150 to 100 people in line. I said, "I'm not mooning them." So he waddles down, and then we get to the front of the line, and I said, "Oh yeah, like because he's like, see, Fears, nothing happened." I said, "Well, you always got to be right, Eric." And I said, "If I don't feel like doing something, you guys are gonna give me crap." And I said, I'm not gonna moon." So that was that. But then, of course, he has to get the last word. Not so much anymore. It was back in the day, because again, I've matured, he's matured, and none of that shit happens anymore. So we got to the front of the line, and then the guy running it, or well, at least the door guy, he's like, "Oh, 25 per people, so we're paying." And he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way," he goes, "that was a great mooning that you did." And then my buddy Eric goes, "Well, my buddy thought you wouldn't have let us in if he went and did." He goes, "Well," I would have let you guys in. He goes, "But you need to be careful near that highway because there's a hill with a guardrail." He goes, "What if you would have ran up there and like something would have happened?" And so he's like, "I don't blame your friend not doing it." He goes, "I wouldn't want to moon, people, random people." Then he goes, "There's 100 people in line." And then Eric's like, "Well, I just thought it'd be funny." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "I would take your friend's side." He goes, "I would." He goes, "Good on you for not doing it." And then that was that. So I was just like, this is the most random thing. That's not even the good part though. So we get in. That's just part of the story. I should have broke these two stories up, but it's just one big epic story. Uh, I think I've told you guys this story. I think I can't remember. Anyway, so we get in, and I didn't mean anything by it, but classic fears. Sometimes this gets me in trouble. So we get in, and there's this guy. He's got a white shirt with like fake blood on it, and he's got like gel in his hair, and he's like in character, and he's talking like really in a high pitch, goes like, "Hi guys, welcome to the darkness," like that. And I'm like, oh man, this guy's weird. I knew he was in character though, so he's like, "Did you guys already pay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we paid." And then there was this black guy, and he was dressed up as Jason, and he had a he was all dressed like Jason from part 3, but he had a black Jason mask. And Tommy just looked at me, and I guess the black guy thought I said it, but really Tommy said it. And all I said with this, Tommy goes, "Wow, Fierce." He goes, "I've never seen a black Jason." And I don't think he meant like to be racist or anything. Either I said it or Tommy said it, I can't remember. And then I remember saying, "Yeah," I said, "Yeah, I know." Like I was agreeing with Tommy. Like, no, like usually Jason, is Jason. And I didn't mean anything by it. And the guy ripped off the mask. And he's like, "What, motherfucker? You being racist?" I said, "No, no, no, no." I said, "I'm not being racist." I said, "I'm just," I said, "just, Jason's, Jason." He's like, "What? I can't be Jason?" I was like, "No, you can." I'm like, "I didn't mean anything by it, dude." And then the guy with the high squeaky voice goes, "Well, now that you guys have acted like assholes, you guys can go on in." And I'm like, "I didn't act like an asshole." I'm like, "I didn't say anything." I said, "I'm cool with everybody." I said, "I didn't say one damn thing." So I said, "Talk to my friend." And that's how I remember it going down. It was something like that. But I don't think anyone meant anything by it. And man, did that guy get mad. And so the night ended. We're about halfway through, and of course, Fears is the Halloween master. So now it's my time to get cocky. I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of lame, guys." And he's like, "What do you?" They're like, "What do you mean, Fears?" I said, "Well, I said I know it's coming. I said I know. I said I know the shock value is coming because all haunted houses are the same thing. You walk forward, and then you walk around a corner. You know the jump scare's coming, so you're not really scared. You just react like that, like because people jump out. So but I did get scared the shit out of. It was towards the end, and there was these two double doors that like go like that, and so here's another door. So you walk in through this door. So you walk in, and it's this big laboratory, and they have like this body, like on an operating table, and there's this guy in the middle of the room. And he's like, "Yeah, look at my patient." He goes, "I really, I'm cutting up my specimen." And I'm just like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, cool." And he's like, "I dare you to go through that double door." And like Trent and Eric was like, "Go for it, Fears." He's like, "You're not afraid of anything." So I said, "Okay." So I go, I open the door, and I'm about halfway through, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes, I mean, blasting through the door with a chainsaw. Obviously, the blade wasn't on it, but I didn't think he was going to blast. The doors fly open, almost hit me, and I jump back almost into Eric's arms. I didn't physically jump into his arms, but I was like, "Holy shit!" And the guy was revving the chainsaw in my face, and that's probably the most afraid I've been because they shocked the hell out of me. That it went from just kind of reacting like that to like a little bit of fear because the guy hid behind the door, but I didn't see him. Like I opened up one half of the door, and then he came barreling through the other, but I didn't even see him. It was so black, and he just went boom. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And I jumped back, and the guy actually came out of character, and he turned off the chainsaw, and he was like, "Bro, are you all right?" I need a minute." I said, "I'm good, I'm good." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "I'm fine now." And he's like, do you need to go outside and get some water?" I said, "No, no, no." I said, "I'm fine." And then we kept. That's probably the most afraid I've been in a haunted house. I've never been afraid ever except for that one time. But what a night! Eric starting shit, and then Tommy almost getting me killed in St. Louis because I don't think he meant to be racist. I just think he was like just saying, "Hey, oh, I've never seen a black Jason before." But he didn't like call him the N word. He didn't call him, you know, anything racist. He just said, He was just a black guy dressed up as Jason, and then since we were so young, he either I said it to Tommy or Tommy said we didn't mean anything by it because I'm not racist, and I think Tommy said it, and I think I agree with him. I think that's how it went. If not, then it was vice versa. I said it, and then he goes, "Yeah, I know, Fears." So I can't remember which way we said it, but someone said, "Oh man, I've never seen a black Jason before," and then I remember saying, "Yeah, I know," and then I said, "But it's cool." And then that guy didn't like that. He ripped off the mask and went fucking nuts. And everyone apologized. We're like, dude, we're not racist. We didn't mean anything by it. We're loving the costumes. We're loving the haunted house. That's what we meant by it. And oh man, but again, it's downtown St. Louis, so you got to watch what you say. So that was a night. It was a fun night, but it was a crazy night. So yeah. And then the second um, Halloween is I was real young. I was like I don't know, 17, 18, and I get invited to a Halloween party. And of course, everyone had dates except for me because I was in between girlfriends. So I'm just kind of hanging out, and I just kind of walked down into the basement, and there's party streamers everywhere. And so there's this girl, and I was like, ooh, and she's hot. And so I sit down and we start chatting, and then I start drinking. And fucking idiot Fears forgot to get her number. So we're like chilling. We're like talking and we're drinking. I was maybe a little older than 18 because I was drinking. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 19 or 20. Something like I can't remember. It was around that time. She's like, well, I gotta go. And because I was so drunk, I didn't get her number. But she was smoking hot. And I go upstairs, and there's Tommy and Eric, and they're like, "Did you get her number, Fears?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "I just got kind of drunk. I forgot to ask her number." And they're like, "Dude, why didn't you get the number?" I said, "Well, because I was drunk." It was crazy. Anyway, those are two hilarious Halloween stories. Anyway, let's see. Lantern says, "Well, howdy, troublemaker, aka museum, aka a weird master museum." Well, see, Lantern, I can't see what he's saying. I have him timed out. But Lantern, what have I told you? Remember what I told you? I said you just got to accept Museum and his weirdness. Like, hey Fears, let's chop off our arm and have the blood come out and go into Lantern's belly button. That's just how Museum is, man. You have to accept the weirdness. So shout out to Museum. What's up, buddy? Because Lantern, you and Museum have been like arguing and fighting with each other for months now. Anyway, I hope it gets cleared up soon, Mister Lantern. All right. So let's see. We did the review. I did the Halloween stories. I only wanted to tell two. I've got more than that, but I'll tell some more whenever I get home. And we're in the Halloween season now, so happy October 1st, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna watch some movie trailers. So while I was at the Toy Man Toy Show, me and Chicken Wizard were looking through these VHSs, and Chicken Wizard suggested, "Hey, Fears, um, you may not want to buy them now because he likes. I only buy VHSs anymore if I want to just display them. If I want to watch something, I'll either Netflix it or Hulu or I'll get it on Blu-ray. But I downloaded some. I mean, I took some not downloaded. I took some pictures of some VHSs of just some random 80s movies. Like the first one was like Solar Bears. So I'm going to look some of these up. If they're worthy, I will when I get home, I will put them on the list. So let's start with Solar Babies. And Chicken Wizard actually pulled that one. They're like, he's like, hey, Fierce, check out this 80s sci-fi Solar Babies. And I was like, what the fuck's that about? He's like, Fears. He's like, you should take some pictures of these and watch them on your channel. And I was like, that one does sound hilarious. He's like, oh, and it takes place in a dystopian future of those, sci-fi movies that you like. I said, yeah, but the name is so fucking weird, like Solar Babies. I was like, okay, well, whatever. So let's see, when was it made? It should be on the VHS cover. Let's see, directed by Alan Johnson. I don't even know who that director is. Alan Johnson. All right, let me look it up. Well, we'll find out what the year it was because I didn't see it on the VHS tape. Oh, by the way, when I get home, there's just two more things that I have to order. There's two more things. Oh, thank you, Lantern, for that super chat donation, buddy. I appreciate that. Two more things that I have to buy for my costume. I still haven't hunted down uh, the life clock that counts down his mission for Snake Plissken. I'm gonna keep hunting. If I can't find it, then I'm just gonna take Dave's suggestion and use his little cell phone holder and attach it to my arm and use my phone. If I can find it for a decent price, then I won't get a real one, but I found some replicas that are much cheaper. I found the cheapest one I found so far was 230. So if I could get it for like anywhere from 80 to $100, then I'll get it. So I have to try and find that, and then I have to try and I've already found them. I have to order some white and black and gray commando pants that he wears, and then my costume should be ready to rock and roll. So yeah, all right, here we go. Solar babies. All right, solar babies. Let's see what the hell this is about. 1986. Okay, here we go. It's a minute and 54 seconds. Here we go. I don't even know if you guys can hear the audio.
Streams covered the lakes and even the ocean, so no water could evaporate into the air. They cause the drought, so they can control our lives. It can't be.
Protectorate visionaries eventually plan a totally altered Earth and even an altered solar system.
So clearly, it's in the future, and I guess it's a dystopian future because they've sucked out all the water of like all the lakes or whatever that person just said. So already we're off to a bad start. I mean, a good start for us, but a bad start for this future.
Why not genetically alter humans to function perfectly in a perfectly restructured world?
Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that guy that plays Tommy Jarvis in part five, I think, is in this. I think that's who that is. That's crazy. That's hilarious.
Star, a powerful force will come to Earth.
Oh wow. This is total 80s.
Force, Bodai. Where's the sphere?
They took it to the Protectorate Aqua Bunker. It's where they control the water. Jason, they're gonna destroy it.
If we go, we're not coming back.
We're gonna get Bodai.
It's unanimous. We go.
This is, you know what this kind of reminds me of? It's kind of a mixture of like, kind of like a mixture of a sci-fi dystopian mixed with like the Goonies because it has a bunch of like teenagers and kids and adults in it. So it looks hilarious though. It looks like it's and there's a little sign posted on the edge of the future city. So it's like it said like New Earth like 2085 or some shit like that. And I was like, okay, so it's in the future. Apparently Earth is now called New Earth. So yeah, that's crazy. Oh wow. Hmm. That was hilarious. That one's definitely going on the list. It was so random as hell. It's funny. Oh hey Sarah, what's going on? Did you make it down to Festus yet? No. I'll be honest, Sarah. It's very nice to meet you, and I know you found my live because I've been reviewing each of my days that I've been here. Um, because I do a lot of reviews on my vlog channel. But I think I'm just gonna stay in the Wentzville, St. Louis area because I'm here to just to hang out with my friends and my family. And a lot of my friends and family are around this area, so I have no reason to go to Festus. But I mean, I appreciate the suggestion. I've been there before, but it's been a long time ago. I mean, a long time. I can't even remember the last time I actually went there, Sarah. But I appreciate the suggestion. I'll eventually try to make it down there at some point. Uh, but I've been enjoying hanging out with my family and stuff. So it was kind of a chill day today too. So yeah. All right, let's see the next. So solar's pretty hilarious. That one's definitely going on the list. Okay, what's the next one? I'm just gonna watch three because I downloaded. I keep saying download. I took pictures of one, two, three, four, five, six. I'm just gonna watch three, and then we're gonna move on because I'm getting a little tired, and I have been going for 45 minutes. The next one is Runaway, starring Tom Selleck. And I think Chicken Wizard said he saw this before, and he said it was really good. Actually, I can't remember. He either said he watched Runaway or the Solar Baby one. I can't remember which one. I think it was this one though. I can't remember. So yeah. All right. So Runaway. Let me look that one up. I'm gonna watch this movie trailer and review it. Well, the Solar Baby I would probably give an 8.9 out of 10. That was pretty damn funny. And the future world didn't look too good. So I love those dystopian films. Okay, here we go. So, Runaway, starring Tom Selleck. So, Runaway trailer. Okay, let's see here. Oh my gosh, it's got the guy from Police Academy in it. Oh, Lord. Wow, that's hilarious. The guy that plays Lieutenant Harris, the guy from Police Academy. He's in all 7 Police Academy movies. Lieutenant Harris, they got that actor. Because he's on the thumbnail of Runaway, the trailer. All right, well, let's watch this. Runaway 1984. Oh, wow, a year after I was born. Runaway 1984 original movie trailer. Here we go.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Gotta love those. You gotta love these random ads. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Runaway 1984.
It is the future. Mysteriously spreading across an unsuspecting city. Machines trained to serve humans are turning against them. What do you got, Jack? Model 912 cut up 2 people inside the house. I'm going in. Keep going in. We can see the disarm roll, buddy. Motor. It'll hit the disarm, and any minute it's going to be sucked.
So apparently it's in the future, but it's not the way future. It's like, I guess, the not too distant future. And you heard what the narrator said. The computers that make people's lives easier are taking over and killing people or hurting them. So already it's a sci-fi action adventure horror movie. So I guess if the robots are killing people, so already this will probably go on the list.
An ingenious conspiracy has begun, and someone has to stop the madman who started it all. We got a non-standard chip here. Turning a domestic computer into a killing machine. Working late at night, all by yourself.
I just had a few things to finish up.
No,
No big
I
deal.
insist. Let me help you.
Bug detected. A lot of bugs, Jackie. I thought it was clean.
Luther really wants to keep track of you. Why's that, Jackie? This is a bad guy. He's killed 5 so far. I want him. I'm telling you, I can't go out there. I can't go out.
It looks like they filmed this either. It either looks like L.A. or New York. One of them. I can't tell, but it's in a big, big city.
Can't run away, Ramsey. My little machine will find you wherever you go. Heard of a bullet that has your name on it? This isn't a runaway. This is murder.
We're never gonna make it through this one.
This is pretty good so far. It's like a sci-fi action adventure cop thriller horror movie. It's got it all. That's pretty crazy, but good.
Runaway. Tom Selleck. Cynthia Rhodes. Gene Simmons. Runaway.
Wow, Gene Simmons is in this. I am fucking losing it. That is hilarious. All right, well, Gene Simmons. Well, that's definitely going on the list. All right, the last. You know what? I'm just gonna do those two because I'm getting kind of tired. I'll watch the rest when I get back to Florida. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty hilarious. Oh wow, I'm actually looking more forward to Runaway than Solar Babies. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Sarah says if you want a crazy movie to watch, it's not. It's it's not. It's kind of. Oh man, I can't. It's the craziest movie. Okay, don't judge me. It's called Dick Shark. Oh wow. It's on Phasmum. I guess that's like a channel on Fire Stick, I think. If you're looking for 80s, you can never go wrong with Return to Oz. Return to Oz is good, Sarah. Return to Oz is good. I am going to totally pass on Dick Shark. I'm good. I'm really good on that. I'm really good. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop because I'm getting a little tired and it's 11:58. It's almost 12 o'clock here. It's 1 o'clock. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in Florida because they're an hour ahead. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Good to see everybody. It was awesome hanging out. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Mama Bear on YouTube. Tina, you gotta get some content going. Talk to Dave. Talk to Dave. Get some content. Double dip. Double dip the footage. You got footage on your channel, then you got footage on Dave's channel. Speaking of Dave's channel, subscribe to Strong Bear 19. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Where Camp on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow Mr. Lantern. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. So he's doing his show tomorrow, probably like at 9:30, 10 o'clock, because the Lantern usually goes late. So yeah, around that time. Subscribe to Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. And last but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, the leader of the community, uh, uh, FearsMan26 on YouTube. That's the main channel. And subscribe to my second channel, Fears Vlogs, on YouTube. And don't forget to send that fan mail because October 28th is my birthday. So definitely follow me and send that fan mail so Fears can. I'll open up whatever within reason. A birthday card, a fan letter, an unboxing, whatever. So that's right, y'all. Send that fan mail. All right, I'm taking off. I hope to see you guys either tomorrow. If I don't stream tomorrow or Friday, then I'll definitely stream Saturday because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow and Friday and not get in Lantern's way because I don't want to impede on his stream time. If I can stream before, then I will, but I'm going to be busy the next couple of days, so I will keep you guys updated. Anyway, this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and thanks a lot for all your love and your kindness and your support and all the well wishes. Everyone's been saying, hey, Fears, hope you're having a good time on your vacation. I have, and I appreciate you guys immensely. And Fears, signing off. Peace. Whew.